What's up, AfterBuzzers? We're here for another episode of the concert experience, and we have KP in the house, so you do not want to miss it. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Loving it. We're listening to KP right now, everyone. This is KP playing.
Yo.
I'm so excited to have KP here. So excited.
I'm excited to be here.
This is awesome.
Yes,
We're friends. I'm really excited to have a friend in here. My name is Abby Vega. I am your host today for the concert experience. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at _Abby Vega. And it is my absolute pleasure to introduce my very talented friend who is also a songwriter, singer, and a producer. Give it up for KP.
Hey,
where can everyone find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook under KP page. Twitter is KP2Global. Instagram is KP2Global. So yeah, just check me out, please.
Yeah, everyone check him out. You won't regret it. We've been trying to plan this out for a little bit. We've been talking about getting together and working together.
For some months now.
Yeah, and now it's happening. I'm so excited. So let's start off talking about just a little growing up. Like, where are you from? Kind of give just your background story. What's your background here?
Well, I'm from Fresno, California, and I grew up in church, playing instruments, and playing drums and stuff. Like 2 years old. Before I could probably walk, I was playing drums, and that's kind of like my musical background. Just growing up in the church, inspired a lot. My dad was a singer, and so I kind of got that aspect from him. My mom, she fiddles with it a little bit, but like, yeah, I kind of learned everything in the church, and then from there, I just kind of took my talents up more and kind of got into the songwriting and the producing and the artistry of it,
Yeah, did your parents kind of know? You said that you started playing instruments and stuff probably before you can walk, or always. Did they know that you had this musical gift? Did they assume that that's what you were gonna end up doing? They knew.
Yeah, they knew. Like, I was in high school playing gigs, making like $700, $800 a week.
Wow.
So
that's impressive.
Yeah, my mom already knew, like, this is what her son's gonna do. I play sports and stuff, but she like knew, like, my son's gonna be a musician. Like, he's gonna be something that has to do with music.
Yeah. I feel like parents always know best.
Yeah, they know. They just let you go on your own road a little bit.
Yeah.
But they know.
I know, right when you get to where you like where you are now, your mom's probably thinking, I knew this was gonna happen.
That's what she says all the time too. Yeah.
She's like, I could have predicted this when we were young. So you mentioned you played some sports too. What other things did you do just kind of like growing up?
Play football, basketball, normal guy stuff,
Just the normal guy stuff?
Yeah, just normal guy stuff, kind of, veered off, went down the wrong path a little bit here and there, with the streets, and, just kind of got into a lot of different things that I shouldn't have got into,
Yeah.
And, you get older, you learn your lessons, life kind of teaches you lessons, it kind of whoops your butt a little bit, so now I'm just at a level where I'm just focused. I know what I want in life, and now I'm just going after that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you said you kind of got into some bad stuff. Do you think that probably, though, helps you now with your music and all of that? Those experiences kind of helped you get where you are now?
Definitely, because I feel like it was just a point in my life where I needed to go through that. You feel what I'm saying? To find out who I really am inside and kind of grow up, Because a lot of things that my boys are doing, not even really my boys, but some people I see doing, I've been through that already. So it's like, I'm cool,
Yeah.
Now I just got the tunnel vision, yeah.
Yeah, and now, I feel like we talk about this a lot. You're just like on the right path. You're like doing great stuff, and I love seeing that happen for you. So when did you think you realized that music is, obviously you always loved it, but at what age do you think you said, okay, I'm gonna make this my career. This is what I'm gonna do?
When I start making money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at first it was like, all right, I go to church, go play drums.
Yeah.
Go play drums here and there, mess with the homies. But then when I got about 16, I started seeing like, yo, I'm making money. I'm making more than my teachers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, playing drums. So it was kind of like, that's when I kind of knew that, yo, this is where I need to go. And I started seeing people that were mentors, making millions of dollars, like producing and songwriting. And then I'm like, yo, like, they're doing what they love, and they're living the life that, most people dream of living. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're just doing what they love. So it's fun. You know what I mean? Like, So that's kind of when, like, 16 is kind of the age where I was like, yo, I need to be doing this right here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, seriously.
So can you talk a little bit about what kind of gigs you were doing when you were that age, and what, because you said that you were making money at that point.
Yeah.
What kind of gigs and things were you doing?
Just doing gigs at, like, bars, restaurants, weddings, you know, like, stuff like that.
So were you like singing and playing instruments?
I was just playing drums at this
you were
time.
just
I
playing
wasn't even
drums.
singing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't start singing until I was, like, 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 21, yeah.
So what made you want to start singing compared to just the drums?
I feel like, well, I always, like, knew how to rap. You know what I mean? Ever since I was young, you know, I used to rap all the time, freestyle in the car. And one of my business partners, Mark Harris, he was like, yo, man, you need to, like, you got, like, a dope flow, you know? And a guy by the name of Hub Real out in Fresno, he was like, bro, like, you should be an artist. And then I was like, nah, man, like, you know, I always had a thing for ladies and stuff like that, you know? Like, so that was always my thing, like, yo, I want to have all the ladies. And, you know, you're young, you know? So, I don't know, I just was able to write songs. And I was able to write songs in a way that I felt like not too many people wrote from that aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nursery rhyme songs, just things that are catchy, like row, row, row your boat. You know, Mary Had a Little Lamb. That format is kind of what I kind of start writing in. You know what I mean? So it had a cool little niche. And then I just started seeing my views go up. Like, on YouTube, I put a song out, and overnight it had 20,000 something views.
That's crazy.
My first record. And then Motown flew me to New York. You know what I mean? So
Whoa, talk about that a little.
I woke up the next morning, literally the next day, I put this song out because I needed a singer. I wrote the song and I produced it, you know, and I needed a singer, and nobody was around to sing the song. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna sing the song, you know, and I sung it. I put it out, put it on YouTube, and people were just tweeting me like crazy. And then I had 24,000 views overnight.
Wow.
And this is in MySpace days. This is 2010, you know, so I wake up and I tell my mom, like, yo, Motown sent me a message on MySpace. And they're like, yo, this is Nigel Mack was his name. He was A&R. He was like, yo, he just signed Kid Cudi. He was like, yo, I want to fly to New York. You know, Sylvia Rome, who was the president, wants to meet you. I'm like, no way. Like, this can't be happening, you know? So I told my mom or whatever, and yeah, she called, and it was Motown. You feel what I'm saying? And they flew me to New York. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Offered me a deal, and I wasn't ready. I didn't want to be an artist. You know, I was just like, I want to be behind the scenes. But I came down, and then I signed a deal with New Heights Entertainment, who's with Universal. You know, they had Lady Gaga. You know, they had a lot of big other names, and this is when Gaga was in her prime, you know? So, like, I was like, yo, this is where I want to be at.
Yeah.
And, you know, I signed a deal with them and made some money, moved to LA, and, you know, I'm here.
So when did you get to, what age were you when you moved to LA?
The first time I moved out here, I was 18, fresh out of high school.
Okay.
I was still playing drums, though. I wasn't an artist or nothing like
Yeah.
that. I was playing drums, producing, and, you know, I was doing a lot of gigs with Bruno, you know, playing drums with his
Wow.
band, yeah, so.
With Bruno Mars.
Yeah, Bruno Mars, yeah.
What was that like? What kind of gigs were you playing with him?
Like, it's clubs.
Clubs?
Yeah, like bars in Hollywood, and, you know, like in Universal City Walk area. And,
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy. And you were talking about, so when you were 21 is when you started singing, correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first song you wrote?
Yeah, it's called She Likes Me.
Do you
And-
still listen to that one?
I haven't listened to it in a long time. Matter of fact,
Really?
yeah, it's been a while.
That's
Because
crazy.
the group that ended up getting that song from me was the Rangers. And, like, you remember the jerking thing? Everybody was doing, like, the jerk dance?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were, like, the pioneers. Like, they were, like, the biggest jerk group. So I ended up getting one of their singles. They got the song off of me, and it ended up being one of
Wow.
their singles for their album, yeah.
That's crazy. And what would you say that your process is when you sit down to write a song?
The process for me is just natural. You know, I just write what is on my mind. You feel what I'm saying? I just write how I'm feeling. It could be anything. I could be feeling like turning up, and I'm gonna write a turn up record. You know, I could be feeling heartbreak, and I'm gonna write a heartbreak record. Love, I could be writing about love, you know? So I kind of let life be my inspiration to writing songs. But I use the same format every time I write. I'm always thinking, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Like, you know, I kind of call myself the nursery rhyme king.
Wow.
You know?
That's a nice title. You should,
Yeah.
that's what you should go by.
The nursery rhyme king?
No KP, the nursery
KP.
right? Because it's crazy to me. I like love hearing about people writing because I don't think that I mean, it's a
Yeah.
hard thing to do. It's do you ever find times where you have like a blockage and you can't, or are you usually pretty inspired by something that you can get something out?
I'm always inspired. So everything to me is a song. I think of life as a song. So whatever happens in my day, I will write about it, or or I would use it for something. I don't know, you know, something has to do with music. I don't know, it could be a song title, it could be, but I always find inspiration in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah. And do you have a favorite song that you have written this far that like you automatically, if someone asked you, it's like, yes, this song is my favorite?
I would say my favorite song right now is the single I got coming out.
Okay. And what's it about?
It's about, you know, the song is called BBH, you know, and
what does that stand for?
Big booty hoes.
Love it.
Big booty hoes, yeah.
So what was the process of writing that? Why is this your favorite?
Well, the process with this was crazy because one of my good friends for about 10 years, his name is Brody Brown. You know, he's like 11, 12-time Grammy nominated, multi-platinum producer. You know, he's did Bruno.
No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal at all.
He did CeeLo, you know, Bruno Mars. He just finished Bruno's whole album. He did Adele, Snoop and Wiz. I mean, the list goes on. You know, he kind of hit me up on Instagram, matter of fact. And he was like, yo, give me a call, bro. So I called him, and then he was like, yo, I'm bringing you out to LA. I was still living in Fresno at this time, you know, and he was like, yo, I'm bringing you to LA, and we're gonna work on this record. You know, I got an idea, and he was like, I think it's gonna be a hit. So he brought me out here, you know, we worked for like 5 days straight on one song, and we're here today, you know, with the record coming out October 7th.
October 7th, everyone. I'm so excited to hear it.
Yeah, it's a dope record.
Get a jam in my car because I already got a KP CD in my car that I jam to.
Yeah, she really does.
I do. Yeah. I do. I jam to KP. So speaking of, you're from Fresno, and I know we've talked about this a little bit before. When you go home, you're kind of like a little hometown hero, kind of, you know? What's it like going home? And I know, and kind of talk about, you just performed at the Fresno Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
So can you just talk about what it's like going home and that whole experience?
Home is cool. It's always good. You know, there's no place like home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, I got a lot of love. People show me a lot of love out there and got a lot of support. You know, it's crazy to see that you coming from your hometown and you get love. You know, most people leave and they just like forget the town. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on to bigger and better. You know, I'm in LA or whether you're in Miami, wherever you are, you know, most people just be like, I left it behind. But for me, Fresno is so pivotal to who I am that I can't just forget about my city. You know what I mean? I know I had to leave to further my career and become bigger and with my brand and what I want to do, you know, because there's not really a scene out there. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of talented musicians, but there's not like there's no industry out there. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, showing love to my city is just, it's everything to me. You know what I mean? And going back and performing at the Grizzlies game, it's like, yo, I remember performing in garages, you know, in Fresno, you know what I mean? And performing in front of 3 people. Now I'm performing in front of thousands. You feel what I'm saying? And they support me, you know? It's like, it's no negativity. Of course, you know, you have haters and whatever you do, you know what I mean? But like, I don't even focus on that aspect of it. I focus on my supporters more than anything, you know, because they're the ones that keep me going. They're the ones that, you know, that keep that fire going inside of me and that inspiration going, you know? Yeah.
So how did you get hooked up with the performing at the Grizzlies game? And, you know, what did you perform before the game or
I
after?
performed
what
actually
was it like?
After the 7th inning stretch.
Oh, okay.
So right after Take Me Out to the Ball Game, you know?
Oh, prime time.
Yeah, prime time. Yeah, it was like performing on the field and, you know, actually my bro, Miles Harris, you know, shout out to my bro, Miles. You know, he helped work with me on this mixtape that you have, the CD. You know, we kind of put that together ourselves and kind of helped me relaunch my brand. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, bro, I got an opportunity. You know, the Grizzlies, one of his boys, they reached out and was like, yo, perform. And, you know, for me, it's like they have a Grizzlies Fest out there with my boy Fashawn. They basically rent out the stadium. They do like a concert, but nobody's ever performed during the game. You know what I mean?
So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was kind of mind blowing. It was kind of surreal. Like having the mic at that moment. I never get nervous. You know what I mean? But like having the mic at that moment before, like they're like, you're on in 3, 2, 1. I'm like, oh shit. Like, oh crap. Like it's real. You know what I mean? It's real. So it was fun though. You know, I had a good time and just seeing people rock out with me and signing autographs. Like I signed like 200 autographs.
That's what I was gonna bring up. You signed a lot of autographs, and didn't you sign? Is this signing someone's phone?
Yeah, I signed somebody's freaking phone. Like it's crazy.
That is nuts.
I signed 4 iPhone 6s pluses. Like I'm like, yo, like, do you really want me to? How about I sign the case? Like, nah, sign my phone. I'm like, oh shit. Like,
was that like a major, like, pinch me moment almost when you had people coming up to you asking you to like sign their leg?
Yeah, it was just humbling more than anything. You know, it was like, it was a blessing because it just kind of set reality into being real for me at that moment. You know, it's like, yo, this is real. Like, this is just the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I could be signing 2,000, 10,000 autographs, and I'm the type of guy that will sign every single one. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I was actually just about to say, I feel like you would never.
I would never say no.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah, I would sign them all. For me, it's like, you know, I know what it's like to be that kid wanting or to look up to somebody or be a fan of something, and for them to say no to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that can kill a kid's dream. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and for me, there's times where you can't sign every single one. You know what I mean? Just due to certain situations, you might. But in my power, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure everybody feels like, you know, that they get my love. You know?
That's why I love you, KP. such a nice person. Okay, so let's talk. We were talking about this a little bit before we went on air. You went on tour overseas.
Yeah, I was in Armenia.
Okay, let's talk about that.
It was cool, man. It was a lot of love. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of those kids, it was crazy because, like, a lot of kids there and even a lot of adults, like, when you go out there, they see you, like, you got tattoos, you know, you got some swag. They think you're automatically, like, a rap superstar. You feel me? Because they don't see that. You know what I mean? Like, some of those kids have never seen a black man before. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they're looking at you, they're touching your skin, like, is this real? Like, it was, like, a crazy moment, you know what I mean? But it was a lot of love out there, you know? All love, like, just good vibes. People were very open to the music. I went out there, I got to play drums out there, and I got to perform. So it was like, I played drums for this girl named Emmy, who's like a superstar out there. She's like Lady Gaga, Beyonce out there, you know? So, and I got to perform with her too. So it was dope.
How did you get connected with that? And what age were you when you were doing that?
I was 21.
Okay.
22. Actually 22, yeah, I was 22 years old.
And how'd you get set up with her?
My big homie Lamel, you know, Lamel Humes, he's a big producer from, like, you know, back in the day, 80s and 90s. He was a huge producer. He got me the gig, you know. He was like, yo, you want to go to Armenia? He was like, yo, I got a chance for you to come perform, come play, like, make some money, you know. So it was cool. I made money.
And how long were you there?
For almost a month.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I performed at the legendary Opera House.
Wow.
I performed in front of the First Lady of the country. Yeah, so that was kind of like...
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy, you know, like crazy.
So you did that overseas. What other things have you know, career-wise? Obviously, you've done the mixtape. Let's talk a little bit about the process of once you decided that you wanted to be a singer, what have you done up until this point to lead to obviously your new single coming out?
Consistently grow. Like, that's the key. Like, just growing in every aspect of my art, you know what I mean? Whether it's songwriting, whether it's singing, whether it's interview process. Like, I practice all this stuff on a daily basis, you know? Like, me and my performance coach, we're in the trenches, we're grinding. Like, we're sitting here doing these mock interviews, we're sitting here doing you know, just get show ready, getting everything right, you know? It takes a lot of discipline, you feel what I'm saying? And staying disciplined, I feel like, is what's taking me to that next level in my career, day by day, month by month, year by year, you know? Just that consistency of discipline, like, that's key for me, you know? Yeah,
and I feel like, too, with this industry, I feel like anything's kind of hard because a lot of people are wanting to do these things. What is it that keeps you, you know, just motivated and not... Because I'm sure sometimes, you know, I know even with, like, with what I want to do, it's sometimes you get a little bit of doubt in your head. And you know, how do you get through that and keep pushing and keep, you know, growing, like you said?
Keeping God first. For me, you know, keeping God first, and... that's like number one for me, you know, and always remembering what I'm doing this for. You know, a lot of people get selfish and caught up into the glitz and glam. Like, I want to be famous. It's good, but like keeping the music number one for me is what keeps me grounded and keeps me going to that next level. You know, not letting my ego overtake the music. Yeah. You know? That's very important. I feel like it's easy to get caught up. Yeah. You know? People they get one little thing and then they go, oh, I made it, and they forget why they're doing it. You know what I mean? And for me, it's like, I'm doing this because I love music and I want to change people's lives through my music. You know, I feel like my story can relate to a lot of people's stories, you know? Yeah. And you have a really great, like, social media following, which is awesome. And so let's actually talk a little bit about your music video, because that was shared like crazy. Paul Abdul tweeted it. Eve posted it. Yeah. How nuts was that for you? Getting a call from your mother when you're asleep at like 6 a.m. telling you, like, you know, like, Eve just shared your stuff, and I'm like, oh shoot, like, that's crazy. Like, you know, those are icons, you know. She's a rap icon. Paula's just an overall just icon, you know. She's been here for 30 plus, 20 plus years, you know? So that was just, you know, it was a blessing more than anything, you know? That was the key for me, just like, yo, this showed me exactly, again, like how real it is, you know?
Yeah.
Just love. Lets me know I'm doing the right thing, you know?
And we're talking about his music video, What You Know. And that's actually the song that was playing. So you should definitely check it out if you haven't yet already. Talk a little bit about what it was like making that music video.
It was actually so easy because it was so real, you know? Like, it was just, the song's about me becoming, right before I came here in December, I was in Fresno. I was really struggling, you know? It's like sleeping in my studio, you feel what I'm saying? Like, in an office building, you know? And like taking a shower in a bathroom sink every day, you feel what I'm saying? For months, chasing my dream, you know? Just not giving up. And I wrote that song just about that experience, you know, and just being real. What is the word I want to use? Kind of being open about myself, you know, and being vulnerable to my fans, and letting them see like what it's really like I said, no glitz and glam, like just raw and uncut. In the video, we shot that in like 45 minutes.
It's crazy.
Just like she just like relived the situation, and that was easy for me. You know what I mean? It was kind of hard at the same time because it was just like, yo, I went through so much, you know, so much blood, sweat, tears just to get back to LA and get to where we are now. It's just like, so it's kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of hard at the same time, but it was real natural, real easy.
How rewarding is it for you when you said you were vulnerable in this video and in the song? How rewarding is it when you see how much it's getting shared and how much love it's getting?
It's the key, you know, that's the key. Just like people appreciate your story, you know what I mean? And it makes it that much better to know that people appreciate what you've gone through, and for people to tell them that situation, this song is helping them get through what they're going through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That in itself, for me, is like mission accomplished. It doesn't matter about views, shares, just somebody telling me my song helped them get through their everyday life where they've been through that before, you feel what I'm saying? Is like key.
As long as you can just like, even if it's just like one person, as long as you're reaching that person.
One person can, yeah, I feel like I accomplished something. Yeah.
So you talked too about, you know, how you every day you're practicing and trying to grow. What would you say? Can you give us maybe like a step-by-step of what your normal day is?
Well, besides work, you know, working a 12-hour every day. You know about that.
we know about that.
Shift. Yeah. Working a 12-hour shift, trying to sleep 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day max. Go to rehearsals, you know, 2 hours a day. With my performance coach, we go rehearse. Then studio sessions. So it's like I just live the life on the go. You know what I mean? It's like I sleep here and there, drink as much coffee as I can.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah, drink as much coffee as I can and just go. You know, I never really find time to just rest. You know, it's just a constant grind. Everything in my life is a grind.
Yeah.
It's never really like no chill. I don't go to clubs. I don't party. You know, the most I'll do is, you know, get some Hennessy or something, you know, and just chill, you know. But like, I kind of just like being in the studio.
Yeah.
Like, that's my key right now. Is focus. I'll do all that other stuff when I'm set in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so you have a performance coach. Explain what he does to help you.
He just helps me just get my show tight, you know, get my performance tight, get my my media tight for interviews. Just keeps me right. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like if you play sports. Did you play sports at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So imagine what your coach is doing in sports, same aspect.
Okay.
So basically, we'll just get up, we'll do vocal exercises. Teaches me stage posture, microphone posture, stage etiquette. Just make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And he's real hard on me. Like, you know, he's real hard. He's not no slouch.
Yeah.
But we have a good time at it, you know, and I'm open to destructive criticism. So it makes the process even much more better because he's able to do what he has to do without me taking nothing personal ever.
Yeah,
you know
and how long have you been working with him? And would you say that since you started working with him, you've seen some like big improvement with you?
My confidence is like through the roof. Like now, I know what to do on the stage. I know how to command the audience. I know how to keep the show lit. I know how to keep the energy there. Like I was just up there performing, just trying to be, you know, just trying to be a cute dude, you know, and you know, like just relying on swag and good looks. You feel what I'm saying? More than anything, like I was just performing to perform. I didn't really have no purpose on stage. It was just like, yo, I'm gonna get some ladies' attention, like, you know, get the girls to scream. That's all. That was my goal, and it was like, with him, he's like, it's bigger than that. You gotta leave a mark. Anybody could walk on stage back and forth for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but can you put a show on? You know, like, and for me, that was the key. With him, he's helped me put my show together, helping me just be tight. He has it.
So you've definitely seen some big steps since working with him.
Yeah, definitely.
And so you were talking about kind of when you perform and how it's so important to, you know, like give a show compared to just, you know, standing up there performing. What do you do? Do you have any like routines or anything that you do before going on to perform? Like, how do you get in that mindset?
I just black out everything going on around me, you know, and I pray before anything, you know, and just block out everything. You know, I put my gold glasses on and just kind of I don't see nothing. I just see the stage.
Just get in the zone.
Just get in the zone. Yeah, just getting that. I find that space and stay in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn my phone off. Do everything. Just like really get in that zone, and that kind of helps me stay prepared.
And so my next question, I feel like I might know the answer to it, just because we just talked about the Grizzlies performance. So I guess maybe besides that one, do you have one performance that you've done that you just feel like it's your favorite one you have performed, or the coolest experience, whether the crowd was just amazing or you just thought you really killed it?
I think the Grizzlies was like that one, but I also performed at the Save Mart Center, and it's like the biggest college basketball arena in the West Coast. You know, it's in Fresno too. I performed there at the boxing fight.
Wow.
Last December, and that was sold out. It was like 14,000 people, and I performed in the ring before the fight. So that was kind of like cool. You know, that was like more of a cool thing. You know, that was dope.
That is awesome. So before I want to talk more about your single, because that's obviously very important and it's coming out soon. So we'll talk about that. But I just want to ask you, what would you say the qualities in you as a person that has helped you, you know, stay strong in this industry and get you to where you are now? What do you think are like qualities that you have that are very important in this industry to have?
You know, personality, as far as being humble, you know, being focused. And I feel like God is like very important in my life, you know, like just keeping him first has really been the key for me. So more than anything, you know, keep my spiritual life intact.
Yeah, and that just helps everything else
Yeah, it keeps me balanced, you know, because I do a lot of things I shouldn't do. You feel just like any other human, you know what I mean? Yeah, I do a lot of things I shouldn't do, but like keeping my faith alive just keeps me balanced. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the key for me, you know, just not forgetting, like I said, why I'm here. I'm not here to party. I'm not in LA to do none of that. I'm in LA to be focused and, you know, have a career. So for me,
those dreams coming true.
Yeah, exactly. So that for me, that helps me stay focused.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, so let's dive in a little deeper with the single coming out. So it's BBH. October 7th.
Yeah,
I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So this was produced by Brody Brown, who you talked about a little earlier, which he has a crazy track record.
Yeah,
awesome. He did Grenade.
Yes,
F you,
yeah.
I see you driving around town.
Hey,
one of my favorites. Great song. Young, Wild, and Free, and he did Bruno's album. Mm-hmm. So you said that he reached out to you on Instagram.
Yeah.
So after that, what was like the initial conversation that went down?
It was just honestly like, hit me, bro.
And you're like, okay.
All right, cool. And just called him, and then he's like, yo, I got an idea. You know, because me and Brody been working together for 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, before he even had his big blow up, you know what I mean? Like, I would spend the night at his house sometimes, kick it with him, when he was still in the come up, you know, when he was at my come up, you know, and now he's successful and he kept it real, you know, he stayed down and he just stayed who he is, you know. A lot of people let the fame and the money take control of them, they forget who they are, you feel what I'm saying? And he stayed humble, and everything he's ever told me that he would help me with, or everything he told me that he would be a part of, he's been a man of his word, you know. So for me, it was just like, yo, he just finished Bruno, and now like we're getting in, and you know,
crazy.
So just coming off that whole hiatus and that energy of that type of session, you know, with Bruno, you feel what I'm saying? That's all you got to say is that name, you know.
So was the experience working with him just incredible?
It's always fun. We just have fun. We turn up at the studio, you know. It's just a fun turn up, honestly.
Yeah.
We get a little Hennessy, you know, and we just BS. You know, we don't. There's no egos.
Yeah. It's
just like the music is the key. There's no. He's a superstar producer, but he's not like, yo, you got to do it this way. He's like, yo, KP, be you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do you. Like, give the world you. I'm gonna bring the music. I'm gonna make sure the record is solid. But just do you. Like, I'm not going to box you in and tell you what to do. We're in the studio because we both know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's a respect for each other's craft. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the key. We just have fun. Like, we're not in there like, we got to make a hit song.
Yeah.
It's like, it's going to come. The vibe is right.
Yeah.
We're in it. You know, we're chilling.
Can't force it.
Yeah, you can't force the process. Just have fun with it. You know what I mean?
So what kind of, can you give a little like teaser of what kind of song would you describe this? Is this like a, you know, more of a like.
A club banger.
Okay.
It's the party banger. It's the club banger.
That's the perfect description I was looking for.
It's the one you put the last song in the club, and people just want to turn up and just have fun. That one was that one.
Awesome. And this is maybe a weird question, but I'm kind of out of the loop on like the music industry. Why October 7th? Is there any significance to it?
It is.
Okay, what's the significance
The number
here?
7, you know, for me in the Bible, it's the number of completion. You feel what I'm saying? So my EP will have 7 songs because this is completion for me. You feel what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is my completion point in life. Like, this single is everything I've dreamed of in my career. It's everything I've been working hard for at this point since 2010 to get through. You know what I mean? Those sleeping at the studio, to coming out here, to grinding these days. This is everything I've been waiting for, this moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just 7, I'm rolling with the 7s. You know what I mean?
I'm really glad I asked about the
Yeah.
7 because it does have a significance. So that's awesome. So October 7th. And where are you going to are you going to...
Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes.
So everywhere.
Everywhere. Amazon, everywhere you can get music at Google Play, everywhere.
Awesome. So everyone, keep an eye out on October 7th.
Keep an eye out, guys.
Because I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be
You're
lit.
gonna have, I can't wait to jam out to it. We'll listen to it at work and just be dancing everywhere. Is there anything else that you wanna touch on or say to the people watching?
People, please support. You know, follow me. I follow back. You know, don't hesitate to say hi. I'll say hi back. You know, I appreciate all my supporters I do have. Appreciate Abby. You know, for having me here in Buzz TV, AfterBuzz TV, and you know, just watch me. You know, I'm gonna be good. I know I'm gonna make it. Humbly saying that, and you know, just follow me on this journey because it's a journey, and it's definitely, I would encourage people who are chasing success, you know, to just stay focused, stay grounded, stay humble, and stay driven. You know, it's a lot of things going on in this world, a lot of craziness, a lot of pandemonium and mayhem, and it's easy to get caught in the shuffle. But my advice is just, you know, keep good people around you, keep positive vibes, protect your aura, because that's very key. And, you know, just stay disciplined. And, you know, anything you want to do in life, you can do it, you know. And
I'm very confident. When he said he's gonna make it, he is. Because I see how hard you work, and it's awesome. And that's why I love that I was able to bring you in and interview you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, it's so fun, and I love seeing my friends doing what they love. And you are so good at it, so I'm excited for you. So I guess that'll wrap it up for the concert experience, everyone. Thank you so much, KP, for being here. Where, again, can they find you on social media?
Instagram is KP2Global, Twitter KP2Global, and Facebook KP Page.
And I've been your host, Abby Vega. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at _Abby Vega. And remember, October 7th, BBH.
BBH, global.
Get it.
Global.
Bye, everyone.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.